Hi everyone. So in the last video we talked about IELTS in brief, and today let's talk about one section which is listening. Listening is not just like hearing. If you are just hearing me now, this is not enough. If you understand what I'm saying, this is the primary thing that we need. So you are ready to go. But of course we need to test that understanding. So in IELTS you'll have 4 sections in the listening test. Two of them will talk about social conversations. So two people are talking to each other. And two other will talk about educational conversations. So maybe a professor talking to a student, or a professor just explaining something. And of course you need to understand carefully and answer questions. So the tasks, so in order to test your understanding, there are tasks that you have to fulfill. You will not have all of these tasks in one test, okay? But you have to prepare yourself for them. So you might be asked to complete a form, okay? You listen and you supply the missing information in a form. So it's called form completion. Or you give short answers, or you complete a sentence completion, or you will have a map or plan or diagram and you are labeling it. So you have some rooms. You can say, okay, this is the dining room. Number 1 is the dining room. Number 2 is the meeting room. Number 3 is the living room, and so on. Or matching. So I can give you the number and the type of the room and you match. Or multiple choice, or note or table or flow chart that you will complete, and a summary completion, you complete a summary. So all of these are tasks you have to fulfill, you have to do after you listen carefully. If you are taking the test paper based, so you listen and answer in the question book, and then after the test you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers into answer sheet. If you are taking the online or the computer based one, so you will not have this time at the end. You will have to answer as you are listening. If this sounds difficult, just tell you it needs practice. So in the listening test, you might have to listen for specific information, which isn't just simply a name or address to write down. Okay, sometimes it's not just simply, okay, I heard this word, so I put it as an answer. You'll find questions which require you to pick out some details from the recording throughout the listening test. So you'll have to be all ears, focusing, concentrating. Okay, if you come across some details that you feel they are important and you might forget them easily, so write them down as notes. Okay, not as complete sentences, but just few words to remind you. Beware of something called distractors. This trick is used often to find out who will just go blindly and write the first word he hears, or if you are intelligent enough and patient enough to hear everything and then decide. So I'll give you an example. So for example, speaker 1, so did you study at college? Speaker 2, I always liked biology. Speaker 1, yes, I know. Speaker 2, But finally, I studied business management to help my dad run the family business. So if I ask you, what did this person study at college? Someone might say biology, because this is the first word he heard, the first word he recorded or registered as an answer. But if you listen to the rest of the conversation, you will understand that he did not study biology, he studied business management. Okay, also, one thing, you might not find the exact words, so you'll have to be aware of something called synonyms. Synonyms are words that have the same or similar meaning. So happy is the synonym of glad, sad synonym of sorrowful. So you might hear the word sorrowful, but in the answer you'll find the word sad, so you have to choose it. Okay. Sometimes it's not just one word. They are different words rather than just one synonym. So this is called paraphrasing. So, for example, if someone said his family left France at the end of the 20th century, it means exactly that his family has immigrated, or his family immigrated before the millennium. Millennium means like 2000. Okay, so they give the same meaning, but here they are paraphrasing. This is paraphrasing of the first sentence. So you have to be aware of these two. So these things you have to do. You have to read instructions very carefully, because sometimes the instruction tells you you need to write no more than two words or three words. So you have to read the instructions very carefully. Try to predict what kind of answer you need as you are listening. Okay, try to predict or guess, okay, what word should be put here. Be ready for paraphrases and synonyms, as we said. Okay, things you should not do. Don't write too many words in the answer. Check what the word limit is in the instructions. If the instruction says no more than two words, if you write three words, it's wrong. Don't be fooled by distractors in the recording, as we said. Wait, have patience, listen to the whole conversation, and then decide. You might, as the example before, you might write biology first, but when you hear about business management, you can change it. Okay, so you have to be aware of this. So don't forget, if you are taking the pen and paper test, you have time to transfer your answer to the answer sheet at the end. But if you are using computer, you will not have that time. So be careful. Okay, if you want tips for help, okay, how can I help myself in improving the skills needed for this test? So you have to, of course, to practice listening. One good site for this is www.esl-lab.com. You will find easy, intermediate, and difficult passage to listen to and questions. It's free, you don't have to sign up. Okay. Use captions or subtitles. So if you're watching videos on YouTube, try to turn on the subtitles, listen and read at the same time. This will help you greatly. Communicate with someone in English. If you can, this will be great. If you have a relative who can speak English very well or a friend, so stick to talking to him in English. So here you will improve the listening skill and the speaking skill. And good luck for all. Remember, I'm just getting you familiar with the test. You need to improve your skills to prepare for it. When we are done with 4 sections, I will guide you to practice the test itself. This is English Focus Program, and I am Walid Diab. Best wishes.